Take you to breaking news at the State House this hour. Let's listen in. The governor is now addressing the media.
Duffy and the Trump administration for following through with this commitment to Rhode Islanders. And we want to commend Senator Reid, Senator Whitehouse, Congressman Magaziner, Congressman Amo, for their successful advocacy on this matter. We are very lucky to have our congressional delegation representing the people of the state of Rhode Island and their great partners in Washington. So I want to make clear that this money is strictly for the Washington Bridge rebuild. As a follow-up to the letter that I sent to Secretary Duffy, we'll be having a personal call early next week to just continue to discuss the improvements, infrastructure improvements in the state of Rhode Island. And that's the basis of bringing you here today. I think it's good news, and certainly take questions. Director Alvides here as well, and as well as Joe Almond. So.
Thank you, Representative. So other agencies have gotten agreements for federal grants that were, appropriated years ago and have not been able to draw down funds, have had funds frozen. What leads you to believe that's not going to be the case here?
Well, we've already started to draw down funds. So we have a signed agreement between the state and the.
I guess, are you worried about there being at some point locked out of being able to draw down additional funds, as has happened to multiple other agencies with signed agreements?
Yeah, we have an agreement. We have a signed agreement with the Trump administration that these funds have been approved and that we're drawing down funds as we speak. So we're not concerned about that.
How seriously was it ever really in question? How seriously do you think the money was in question?
It all depends who is asking the question, Brian, right?
Did you ever hear anything from them to put it in doubt?
No, I think that the fact is that we've been in contact, and I continue to be in contact with the new cabinet members. But again, it all depends who is asking the question in terms of or reporting on it, and creating the potential problem that the funding wouldn't be there. But today, I'm able to tell the taxpayers in the state of Rhode Island that those funds have been made available, and that we're drawing down millions of dollars as we speak.
Was there any update on the other big DOT grant? I think it's $250 million for I-95. Is that one coming too, or no?
So we're not here to say that anything has happened there yet, but the letter that I have sent to the Secretary Duffy, and we'll be having a personal call early next week that's been scheduled. That will be part of our conversation, but we fully expect that that those funds will become available as well, and that there's certainly an investment. And I've seen Secretary Duffy talk to Governor Murphy on an interview relative to their sinkhole in the New Jersey Turnpike showing up, and they understand. He clearly understands that the economy is directly attached to these infrastructure improvements. So our anticipation is positive there as well. I just can't confirm that right now.
Did Secretary Duffy give any indication on why the pause and delay in signing this grant agreement? Why did we have to wait for months before finding out we're going to get it?
No, but we're certainly appreciative of the fact that it's happened, and a new administration takes a while to get to fully understand what has been obligated and what and how to appropriate. So we're pleased that the timing is right, the funding is in place, and as we move ahead to determine who will be building the bridge in early June, this is good news for everyone, including the contractors that are bidding on the project, knowing that there'll be no delays relative to the construction of the new bridge.
Just to clarify, how much money exactly are we talking about, and if Director Alvini may want to comment on what this means now that this funding is secured for you guys?
Yeah, I'll certainly have the director say that. $221 million is in form of 2 grants, one in the amount of somewhere around $95 million, and the balance in another grant as well that we were able to work with the federal delegation to secure those funds last year, and we've made announcements, and today those funds are now secured, and again, we're drawing down, I'm not sure exactly the number, but we're drawing down millions of dollars today and in the pre-construction category to cover the expenses on pre-construction costs.
You're just listening to Governor McKee in the State Room at the State House talking about Rhode Island securing the federal money that would go to help pay for the dramatic costs, of course, associated with demolishing and rebuilding the Washington Bridge. The governor saying today that the money has been secured by the congressional delegation. There was some concern that maybe that $220+ million may not make it to Rhode Island, given the changes that are happening right now with the new administration, President Trump restricting money in some cases to states. So now we know $221 million will be coming to Rhode Island to pay for the bridge, or at least part of it. The governor thanking Rhode Island's congressional delegation for doing their part, but also Transportation Secretary Duffy.
We're back after this.